Hi there, Kirsty here with Mama Do, and I'm just going to run through a couple of lovely little mobility moves for back and pelvic area. So to start with, we're going to go into our all fours position, and from here you're just going to kind of wiggle the hips from side to side. And then we're going to go into a nice big back stretch. So from here we take a breath in. Exhale, stretch back towards your heels. Breath in, back up to all fours. Exhale, stretch back to your heels. Breath in, come on up. And we'll just keep going like this in waves. Exhale back, inhale up. So just slowing your breath right down to get lovely long exhale all the way to the end of your breath. And then a really lovely intake of air. Fill the tummy and the ribs expand. Breathe out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose. A couple more of these. And then we're going to carry on with the same, but we're going to just take the hand across the body. So you're going to take your hand across and sit back. I'm going to take the hand across and sit back. And as I take that hand across, I'm really stretching. It's a really strong reach. It's hard to see that on the video, but I am really stretching. So try not to just drop your hand across kind of really relaxed. You won't get the stretch. You've got to stretch for that winning lottery ticket. Breath in, exhale. And you can just keep going with this as long as, if it's feeling really tight initially, just keep going until you feel that kind of tightness starting to relax off. And then you can change over to the other side. So there's no amount of these that's correct. You just keep going for you. And you can concentrate more on one side than the other. We're more likely to be tight on one side rather than the other, especially if we're kind of side carrying, hip carrying kids. I always find if I'm really tight on one side, then I start this stretch on that tighter side, and I keep going until it starts feeling like it's loosening off. Then I move over to the other side, and then I go back and do another 10, 15 on the tight side again. Okay, and then from here we're just going to roll over onto the back. Taking the feet out a little bit wider than the line of the hips, and then just allowing the knees to drop to one side and then the other. So we're windscreen wipering our knees. Shoulders stay nice and flat to the floor, so you can have your hands out to the side. That just helps to anchor the upper body. And then as you start to get into this and you feel there's a bit more of a release happening, then as the top leg comes over, you can really stretch down with that knee to get that big pull into the side and the lower back, but only start kind of exaggerating this movement once you're ready to. We don't want you pulling too quickly on tight muscles. And breathing rhythmically throughout, don't hold your breath. Okay. And again, there's no right or wrong amount of time for those. You just keep doing it for as long as it feels good. And then finally, we're going to do our pelvic tilt. So just drawing the heels up in towards the line of the bottom a little bit. Coming to rest in a neutral position. So you might feel a small arch of the lower back. That's absolutely fine. We're going to take an inhale here. And as we exhale, we're going to pull the hip bones in towards us, which will flatten the back to the floor slightly, and just a gentle squeeze at the bottom. And then as we inhale, we just allow that to drop back again, so creating that small arch of the back. So we exhale, pull in, flattening the back to the floor. Inhale, release off. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, release off. Exhale, pull in. Now this time as we inhale, release off, we're just going to make a bigger arch of the back. So we're going to push away just a little bit. And then we're going to exhale, roll in. We're going to inhale, push away. Exhale, roll in. Inhale, push away. Exhale, roll in. Now you can place your hand behind the head here. And again, just keep going with those for as long as feels good. And then finally just keeping the hands behind the head, taking the legs out long, toes up towards the ceiling. We're just going to push one heel away from us as we breathe in. Exhale, let it relax back. Inhale, push away. Exhale, relax back. And once you've done it a few times on one side, 10 to 15 times, then switch legs. Push away on the inhale. Exhale, relax back. So you're just sort of feeling like you're lengthening that leg. You get a slight tug at the hip bone, making that leg a bit longer, and then exhale it back. It's a really small movement, but really effective around the sticky hip and pelvic joint. Great for the lower back, that kind of sacroiliac pain and ache that a lot of people can have postnatally. And then when you're done, just bring your feet back in, hug one knee in and then the other. Any movement that feels nice here. You can do circles, side to sides, forwards and back. And again, just stay here for as long as feels good, stretching out. But when you're ready to come up, don't come up from a sit-up style position. You're going to just roll your knees to one side and then bring yourself up, and that will protect your abdominals and pelvic floor muscles.